Freedom Dot here. How we all doing? All good in the hood? Just checking the TV so we can see the comments. Foxy lad, good to see you, mate. Don Carter, good evening. From Sully, California. Wasp was here. Yo, how you doing, mate? Foxy lad's first in the house. 4 thumbs up, only 3 people in. Somebody spit a thumbs up. 6 thumbs up and only 3 people in. That's strange. Pixie 40, good to see you, mate. James Cahill, did you get my message? Have you probably replied to it and haven't seen it? Ragnar the Viking, hello Freedom Dad. I'm gonna put it out there anyway today and tonight. James and who did I miss her? Ozo, good evening, Mark. Good evening. Archie Glums, how you doing, mate? It's a new name, is it not? Yeah, welcome aboard, mate. Let me just double check this. Leslie, good to see you. Sick of hearing that. You must be sick of hearing it as well. But I made it live. Happy days. Window man, good to see you. Good to see you. And I'm trying to reach out to the Irish folk tonight. Kendo in the house, thank you, Kendo. Alan Taggart. There's been a couple of changes made to the platform, guys, just with moderators. I'm just going to explain all that in a wee minute. Just somebody's got the wrong idea and all the rest of it. William, good to see you. How's it going? Freedom Dad, God save the Patriots. Thank you so much for that, mate. Kel, good evening. No, bro, what platform did you send it? X, mate. Sorry, I keep forgetting I've got you on WhatsApp as well now. So it's on X bar if you want to go and have a wee look. Yeah, it's a wee bit slow tonight, guys. Tricia, good to see you. Greeting from Toronto. Oh, always good to see somebody from Toronto. The one place where everybody emigrated from too, back in the day. There we go. No. Patriotic Meat in the house. Hello. Good to see you. Let's take our times, guys. Here we go. It does a wee chill out. There's nothing major. There's an old video. Breaking the left. Caught in the act. Okay, now that's an old one. We'll do the new mods. Yes, I'm going to address that in a wee minute, guys. Right, let's turn that down. Brilliant 4K quality. Fucking happy days, man. It's just an iPhone. But yeah, I swear by them, like, guys, you know. Obviously, I've got my GoPro Hero that I use as well. Has a backup sometimes, which is got, you know, it's the best, like, you know what I mean. But the problem is, it's just the battery doesn't last very long. So let me just get my glasses on. That's better. So I'm gonna add that there. I get this right. It looks half decent. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Over there, a wee touch. Yeah, like that. Like that, guys. So yeah, everything's good. Everything's good in the hood. Tristan, good to see you. Margaret, hello, Freedom Dad. Hello, Margaret. Watson. Yeah, good to see everybody coming in, all the regulars and that. And nothing major, guys. You know what I mean? Just to talk about the mods, the channel, what's been going on. Yeah, and I want to reach out to some of their Irish guys. I want to make some connections for the walking groups that we've got. Maybe we got in 56. There we go. Northern Ireland Loyal, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome in. I like your flag. I like your icon, man. I'll need to get my flag. I need to get that flag as a backdrop. I've got one, you know what I mean? So yeah, I need to get that up as a backdrop no matter where I go, because as you know, I'm here, there, and everywhere right now. NI holistic guy. No holistic guy. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Nothing on your ex, bro. Okay. 40 pounds, good to see you. Let me just sort you out right now. Okay, that's you, mate. Let's see, that should come up now, buddy. That's you. Right, media. Listen, Dory, good to see you. I'm doing no bad. No bad fucking nightmare trying to fucking get a doctor, registering a doctor. But yeah, like that's what we were saying today. Alan Taggart, um, ex-guard of the laws and Chan are watching down there. Will do, mate. Will do. Um, no problem. 40 pants. What was I going to say, guys? Yeah, fucking feel sorry for the homeless. When you see them dealing with the doctors, and because I'm changing doctors from Scotland, no, Northern Ireland, not that it really makes a difference. But geez, this is what we're talking about today. I mean, a couple of other ones. See if you're homeless, like on the streets with these guys. God help them if something goes wrong. You know, God, you do. I feel for them because it's an absolute nightmare. It is. It's, the system isn't set up right. But I'll maybe do a video about it and go into it in depth. So we'll 74 in. Gregory, good to see you. Good to see you. So it's not going to be a big live, guys. I'm shattered. I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning, and I haven't stopped. To be honest with you, but I'll give you a wee rundown of what's been happening. So yeah, we've had some problems with the last live. I think it was the last live. Messages weren't going up, and a couple of other things happened, and I have my suspicions, and I've dealt with it. But I've sort of changed the mods a wee bit, because there's people on my mods who I do not want to be suspicious of. I just don't want, and at the end of the day, I'll get a chat with them later. But just being cautious, and like I say, whenever you've got so many mods and something's going wrong, it's just a doubt you have in your mind, and it can do a lot of damage to the channel. And I got a few phone calls after the last live about messages weren't going up, targeting certain things, and I thought it was a bit naughty. And a couple of other things that were put up in messages that shouldn't have been put up in messages were a bit silly. So yeah, I had to tidy the house up a wee bit. So that's done and sorted. So no love lost, but you have to protect the channel. Like I say, the channel's been going for a long time. It's really important to me. It's really important to use. It's really important to the Patriots in Northern Ireland. It's not for playing games with. But yeah, that's it sorted. We've got Kendo now and Patriotic Media and 40 Pants are the new mods. And obviously James and Wee Bit Bunkers, there's no problems there, and I just don't want any pressure on people who's around me, because there's a lot going on, and I just they wouldn't want me. I know they would say, right, no, if there's something going on, take me off it. I don't want you ever questioning me or thinking anything. So I know that. So it's I'm just doing what's right. As far as I'm concerned, what else is we need to get out of the way is so I'm needing the Irish guys. Hello, dear. Northern Ireland Loyal. Sorry for ringing last time when you were alive, bro. Oh, for fuck's sake. That's no problem, mate. That is no problem at all. You're too good a patriot for me to get mad at you, even though you took the life down 3 times at the chimney corner. But all good. But I was going to say that we're looking for the Irish guys on here, to reach out to the Irish patriots who are doing the street walks. And I need to get their TikToks or even get in contact with me so we can reach out and make connections. Hello, dear. Hello, BG. Oops, I know, mate. I know. 40 pounds. I will not remove any comments. Trolls, I will let you all have fun with. Thank you, mate. That's the way to go. That's the way to go. And I was with CJ today, guys. I've just left him. You know what I mean? We were chatting about the weekend and the live that we're going to do, and just having to talk about YouTube and moderators and all the rest of it. And he was saying, on your guidance at 40, mate. Yeah, obviously, like, you know what I mean, there's other measures I can take. So I'm going to start playing the game, the YouTube game sort of thing. And Talger's in the house. Thank you, Talger. Start playing the YouTube game and doing things a bit properly, and instead of being so relaxed and just letting people get away with blue murder. So I have tightened the ship up a wee bit. And but like I say, um, people have a right to come in and question me genuine questions, even if I don't like the question. Okay. If they're abusive to anybody else that I know, or anybody else that can't defend themselves, they're gone. That's the rules, you know what I mean? It's my platform. I'm on here live and I put myself out there to take whatever flack. Hello, John. Good to see you, mate. So yeah, it's, you know, you don't need to protect me as it comes to anything like that. Just relax, guys. You know, I can handle trolls, you know, at the end of the day. And if I don't want to answer a question, I'll tell them to, you know, just bolt. You know what I mean? Just depends what mood I'm in. But like, you know, I've been doing this for a long time. But there is people that's just found freedom, Dad. This is what I need to get across to people. Excuse me. There is people that's just found freedom, Dad. Whether it's on TikTok, whether it's on Facebook, and there is trolls. I have platforms that are made up just specially for me. Trolls that are making platforms up like on TikTok and that. I think there's one on Facebook as well, and they just rip the piss out of me. So what I normally do when they do that, I normally just go into the comments under the video that they made and put down the link, or tell them where my platform is. I'm on YouTube, Freedom Dad 55. Come on, subscribe and fucking join in the live. You know what I mean? Need to get a wee wall chart to keep up with where you're supposed to be. I know, I know. He comes highly recommended. Like, Anne Marie, good to see you. Good to see you. You've been around for a long time, so you have. You're due to get a modded up. Problem with moderating for so many is it variable live streams will clash, of course, but that's the point of having as many moderators. So you can all go to different guys, because I know you are involved in so many Patriot groups, and that's what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on people who are that do this for other bigger channels than me, and that's what it's about. That's what I'm starting to learn, all that, like, you know what I mean? You know, I was giving moderators out just to be respectful to people I care about, and then I'm in a situation where things are going wrong and I'm fucking questioning everything, and I don't like that. I shouldn't need to do that, and I don't think anybody wants to be put under the spotlight like that. So yeah, we're all good. I think we're plain sailing now. So what was I going to say there? Yeah, so anybody from from Republic of Ireland, I need you to reach out to the right wing who are doing anything, any patriot work that they're doing. Any guys that are working on the street, going out in the street, reporting from the street, doing videos, using all the guys. We're not looking for squeaky clean guys. We're looking for the guys with attitude, the ones that fucking, you know, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the hardcore patriots who are working really hard in Ireland, and I want them to get in touch with me, and I want to hook them up with other patriots in Northern Ireland, and I want them to jump on their lives with other patriots, not me, but other guys that are doing things right now, and that's like the EBF and any patriot groups are doing walks, that are jumping about doing lives and TikToks. That I would like to see. Like people coming from England going on the lives, you know, because these guys have got questions. These us guys in Northern Ireland have got questions for using Ireland. We've got questions for using Scotland. We've got questions for using England, and you know, we want advice. We want to know, you know, where did you go wrong? What's the situation? What are you doing to fix it? You know, is there any advice you can give us? That's the kind of thing, and just have a laugh. Just have a laugh and enjoy the live walks around Belfast or Newton Abbey or the Shankill or Londonderry or Glengormley, wherever these walks pop up. Shifty Sam, good to see you. And so that's something that's new, and yeah, that's something that will be coming up, and obviously I'll be promoting all this. Um, yeah, another thing is we 50 press ups, Reaper's in the house. So another thing as well, guys, you know, this, I don't think anybody catching up with us in Northern Ireland. We are going to take a good. All right, Stuart, how you doing, mate? Are you going to Chimney Corner? I know you've been dealing with a lot of personal stuff, mate, but Chimney Corner's a more. So yeah, we're going to be taking a leaf out of the left's book. It's about time we done it. We've never done it, I think, because the left have done it, and but we're going to. I've spoke to Stevie Baker today, and I think he's going to try and get buses and wherever the demos are. We're going to have buses meeting in the city centre so people can get into the city centre, and then the buses will go to the demos if they want to go. Especially people with disabilities and stuff like that. And we'll work our way out of funding it between us all, and it'll all be transparent. And I think that it was talking like a tenner a head, which wouldn't be bad for example, from the city centre to Chimney Corner and back to Chimney City Centre, Chimney Corner and back again, and then they can get the buses back into their own areas, wherever that is, the other Belfast areas. But it'll go for anything and anywhere there's a demo. And the bigger the demo, obviously it's going to take a wee time to work it all out and how many buses is going to be needed. But yeah, we are going to be doing that. We're going to be focusing on that. And it isn't about forcing people to go or anything. It's because some of the places are hard to get to. You know what I mean? Bangor's coming to a stop in the next week or so. And even if people are coming down from Bangor and it's a bit far, they can, I don't know, even if they get the train from Bangor and then they can get the bus onwards. But we will try and cover the expenses as best we can. You know what I mean? Like you say, once we get it going, and if we all throw a few quid in, and everybody at the demos can throw a few quid in to cover the buses, then we'll try and make it as cheap as possible for every individual. So the thing is to get people on the buses to pay a couple of quid, and everybody who else isn't using the buses to throw a couple of quid in, and hopefully that'll make it a lot easier. We really don't want to put people out, but yeah, that's something that's been discussed about. There's loads of things on the go. There's loads of people working in the background, and everybody is in their lane and going really hard at it, and it's really really good. I've done a video today, and the sound wasn't on it. Devastated, absolutely devastated, because it was a brilliant video. Because I was like, I my mate, I'm never getting that again. You know what I mean? I'm never. It's not even point doing that again, because I'm not. Because I just, like you say, I put the video on and boom, away I went. And yeah, it was probably one of my best videos. Like, and but it was gone. Um, that's a good price. £10 a head. As the driver has to wait also for an hour. Yeah, it is a good price. You know what I mean? But I suppose yeah, but not everybody's got it. Right? Don't start putting songs in people's heads. Farty pants. But yeah, what else? So yeah, everybody's working really hard right now. I'm plodding away with my videos. Like I say, Freedom Dad's doing Freedom Dad, and all Freedom Dad is going to do is use my platform to help as many people as possible. Every demo, every protest, just reach out to me. Anybody that's got any plans or anything they want me to put up on my channels, I will do it and promote it 110% if it's for the Patriot movement. Like I say, like I'm not doing any groups. I'm not getting involved with anything. You know what I mean? I'm not doing any speaking at any demos. Um, the lives and all that. I do the lives. I'll report. You know what I mean? But I also want to go to demos as a patriot and talk to patriots and relax, because like the last demo, like I am finding a problem with the demos, because I'm running live and I'm getting into it and I'm interviewing people, and the next thing I'm away on my live focused on that, and everybody's disappearing. And when I turn up, people are Freedom Dan. I'm like, I'm on a live, I'll catch you after it, blah blah, and I don't. You know what I mean? So that's a problem. People need to go and they can't wait for Freedom Dad. And then if I've got 4 or 5 people wanting to speak to me, it is really difficult. So whether I do a live this week, short one or not, I don't know, but I am wanting to go to demos just like you guys as a patriot. We've been doing lives from the demos for a long time, and hi Mark, hope you're well, pal. Thank you, Chris. Londonderry Evening Freedom Dad, thank you. Paul Allen, good to see you, mate. I will catch you coming in if I miss you, still another comment up. But yeah, it's like I'm just trying to trying to relax a wee bit as well and enjoy it, and trying to, like I say, when I put the post out today, you'll all stop to give me a cuddle. I know, yeah, anybody, listen, I am there for people to come up and talk to, and like these guys are proper patriots. Some of you have been at these demos forever, you know what I mean? And I love you all so much because of your commitment, you know what I mean? Um, I'm running about doing a live, and I enjoy doing a live, and time flies in and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But like I said today, the whole point of these demos, like I've always said, is to interact, is to talk to patriots, talk to other patriots, talk to the guys who are running, talk to any guy that you know's online. Anybody that's there. Obviously, a lot of our guys aren't able to go because of bail conditions and stuff like that. But that will change soon. And all right, Ronnie, good to see you, mate. The lives are not the lives. The demos aren't just about the protesting outside the hotels and showing the government that we are aware of what's going on. We're not happy. A lot of people say the protests don't work. Yeah, fair enough. You know what I mean. But there's a bigger picture. There's a bigger picture. All right, Kenneth. Thank you for your encouraging broadcast, watching from York and Yorkshire. Thank you so much, mate, for watching. But we've got to take as much out of these. Patriot 142. We don't run us Brits, Irish don't either. We're at the stage. We're at a stage, mate. 100%, mate. But like I say, we got to take full advantage of what we've got and appreciate what we've got. We've got a gathering of people who are like-minded souls. We're all on the same page, but also there's nothing special about us guys. There's nothing special about me. There's nothing special about the Newton Abbey guys. There's nothing special about EBFD. There's nothing special about Stevie Baker, Lindsey Brown, The Time to Rise, all that. We're just normal people like yous. We're mothers, fathers, grannies, granddads, aunties, and uncles. And we are up for advice. We're up for criticism. And we're up for new ideas. And that's what it's about. It's about you coming to us and interacting and giving us advice and talking and any queries and all the rest of it. We're all the same. We're all exactly the same. And it's very important that none of us lose sight of that. And I think that's one of the problems I think in England is, the guys running the demos and guys that were doing big YouTube channels and TikToks sort of forgot their place, you know what I mean? And, our guys don't. I can see that, you know what I mean? And, like I say, it is difficult because you are known. You walked in the street and has Talger because I met Talger the other day. He came off the boat to go back to Southern Ireland because he was obviously, as you know, Talger's a Scottish man, so he was dealing with stuff in his homeland and was coming back through Northern Ireland to get up into Southern Ireland. So we arranged to meet at the boat, and just he's seen that people recognize me and coming up and Freedom Dad and having a chat and having an opinion about the movement. And he mentioned about the split, and I've told him everything's good and all that, and just a really nice guy. So yeah, there's that's always going to happen, and we're aware of that. And like I say, we're all constantly talking to each other, and we're all constantly communicating, and we are constantly going to make this clear. We're no different than you guys just because we're online and people recognizes it's yous that make us. And the whole point of this is getting everybody on the same page and everybody on board, and one big massive movement. Whether you're standing at the side of the road, whether you're working hard and preparing bacon sandwiches like Kendo and his fine wife, or whether you're organising the demos like the boys in Bangor, Newton Abbey, East Belfast, whether you're doing the walk in the streets, or whether you're giving speeches, whatever, it doesn't make a difference. We're all the fucking same. We're all exactly the same. And that's very important. We never want, if you're a patriot, you're a patriot. There's nothing else. There's no hierarchy. So yeah, guys, that's what the demo's about, and you need to push that out to get that out there because, we need people to understand what the demos is about, because people are going, the demos aren't working. They look at Bangor, they look at what's happening in England. You look at Tommy Robinson demos. That's as far as you need to go. Ragnar, you're in. Ronnie, I'm good, mate. I'm good. You look at Tommy. Let's not forget about any of our demos, right? Look at Tommy Robinson demos. You're talking millions of people. 100%. It was over 2 million people. I was there. I've seen it with my own eyes, and all the other demos, and it's all brilliant and hyped up, and everybody's excited, and everybody travels from everywhere to get there and spend a fortune to get there. Getting hotels and all the rest of it, and within 2 weeks, it's forgot about. And within 2 weeks, it fizzles away to nothing. And while the demo's going on, the politicians are eating caviar and drinking champagne and chuckling to themselves of what a waste of time it all is. And I know that, you know what I mean? But, the positive thing is it's networking. It's guys meeting each other. And it is a bit different with these big demos because there's so many people there. But with our demos, we can take advantage of the situation and understand and tell people, yes, we understand that, standing outside this hotel isn't necessarily going to get us shut down. But we know that, and we're not just there for that. It's a demonstration It's a protest of what we think shouldn't be happening in our country. John Loughlin, just love your back. Love your back. Missed you, Superman. You. Cheers, mate. Um, Jane Kendall, talking the Wasp. They have banned a Jesus Walk here. Now, yes, I've seen it. I've seen that. So I've actually put a post up on Facebook, so I did about it. Um, Annette McCartney, hi on chat. Finally, I can join you guys and take bus with you. Do demos as a falls woman. I'm still a rare one dealing with delusional Palestinian. Love this chat. Perfect. That's what it's about. You know what I mean? And everybody's welcome. We've always made that clear, guys. It's just I'm trying to read the comments as well. 2 million people. It is inevitable. Bad actors running for trade rallies. It shows you how in control Tommy Security is when they can control 2 million people. Yeah, fair enough, mate. Big up CJ in the chat. Oh, big CJ in the chat. Good man. Making a point of meeting people out and about. Brilliant. Yes. So yeah, we got to make it clear. Everybody's got to understand what these demos are about and stop, because saying like I know the demos don't work. I've made that clear. You know what I mean? I've said that it doesn't stop. It doesn't close the hotels down, right? We know that, right? But if we be honest and put our just be honest and say, right, yeah, we get it, but that's not what it's about. And that's what I want people to start pushing out there. I want people to enjoy themselves. I want, yeah, come and get a coffee, have a bacon sandwich, have a chat. And like, not everybody's going to get on. Trust me, I know that. You know what I mean? And that's life. That's life no matter where you go. But there's enough people there where you can find your own wee group. And, it is about building relationships and building friendships and building bridges. You know what I mean? All remember kids and country, everything else is just distraction. Correct, Kendall. Correct, mate. So yeah, that's just what only announcements like I want us to talk about. And it's, like I say, the Bangor demo's running right now. Let me see. Yeah, it's running right now. So and then Chimney Corners are more at 2:30, you know what I mean? So um at the end of the day, if you've got a car, we haven't got any buses sorted out yet. That is going to be in the making and in the future, and it's something that we everybody knows. We agree. Like James Call, bacon sandwiches are racist. Yeah, bacon sandwiches. Probably, to be honest with you, mate, the bacon sandwiches is a point that we're trying to make. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like so. Yeah, hi from Hollywood. Hi, Ivan. Hi, Ivan. Welcome in. See your man. Lions is in deep doggy doo doos. I don't know who he is. Lions, as I know, are from Scotland. Yet. Absolutely. Film that is about getting to know people, and when the shit hits the fan, people can support. Yes, for people who are that have been looking at this carry on for a long time and feeling that they've been on their own and everybody around them, they can't talk to nobody because everybody's calling them, you don't talk about immigration or you're racist. You don't talk about Islam or mosques or halal meat because you're far right. You know what I mean? And you're just an Islamophobic. You know what I mean? So it's just somewhere where people can go and say, listen, it's okay. You're right. You were bang on. It's everybody else that's wrong. It's your family members that's wrong, and to learn where all the channels are, who's putting what out, and to even interact with us online and become friends and become like say hello on WhatsApp and stuff like that. Um, and start your own WhatsApp groups. Like I say, I'm not doing WhatsApp groups. It's just one of them things. And I have heard some people who are close to me. You know what I mean? Like have Sam's one of them. He not said to me, but he knows somebody had said, never do a WhatsApp group, never get in the WhatsApp group because it can turn nasty and people fall out and all the rest of it. And I never really thought nothing of it, but it's true, you know what I mean? And I've heard talking to other English patriots, a lot of problems do come from groups. So that's something the Freedom Dad is definitely going to stay out of, and best of luck to all the guys, and a lot of guys need these groups to organize and stay connected and getting times out if they're doing all different things, you know what I mean? All above board and legal, of course. So we're saying Iran, good evening. Hey, Window Man, Window, and John Capone shouting. Hope you're good, John. Give us a wee shout later on. Samantha Henry, hey, Freedom Dad, just catching up. Not a problem. Lady J in the house. Sorry, I might have missed you. I'm not on WhatsApp groups. Yeah, it works for some people. It doesn't work for others. And, that's just the way it is, you know. So, yeah, Window Manual. So, like I say, guys, Freedom Dad's learning, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm learning, you know what I mean? Like I say, I've always been a one-man band, and doing the videos that I've been doing and the things I've been doing, and even it wasn't even involved in WhatsApp groups that much way before back in the day when we were doing our stuff concerning Iraq and soldiers, ex-soldiers going over to fight ISIS. It was all just done through single thing messengers and WhatsApp. Um, so yeah, it's not something I've really been into, like joining groups and all that. But yeah, it was something. It's just new, and I'm just learning as I go. Um, so I'm just protecting me, and yeah, trying to get involved in any dramas and stuff like that, and protecting Freedom Dad, the channel. You know. But like I say, we are learning. We are learning so much, and we do make mistakes. Just like Freedom Dad. And on touch on another note. So talking about mistakes, you know what I mean? Because I'm always up for giving myself criticism. Mac, how you doing? Steve McGuire said hello. Ozo said hello. Well, Vets Camp's got your back. Yes, thank you. Yes, they do indeed. Um, Everybody's got my back, guys. At the end of the day, there's haters out there and there's trolls and all that, but you know, everybody that knows me, everybody's around Freedom Dad, everybody I work with, have got my back. So that's just the way it is. Like I say, we do have fallouts, but it's just a fallout. What I mean, it's never anything malicious. And Chris, it's not a bad thing rolling around on your own. I do the same. You have yourself to argue. Yeah. So the other thing I was going to say was, yeah, we've had a couple of guys. I'm not going to throw any names out, but we've had another couple of guys had to go to the police station today because of Freedom Dad and the blunder I made at the Pink Ladies. I have your six, Freedom Dad. Thank you, 40 pants. Haters going to hate, trolls going to troll. Yeah, 100%, mate. That doesn't bother me. Like, I'm so used to it now, like, well used to it. But yeah, we had another couple of patriots had to attend the police station today to get interviewed, and a bit cringy, listening to what happened. And they were playing my video from the live when I brought the Pink Ladies bag out and brought everything out and showed it to the camera. And since then, quite a lot of people have been arrested. Like I say, it's my bad. I should have knew better. Wasn't thinking. Don't know. It was on the live. Everything was rolling. And I'm not going to make any excuses. I'm just not going to make any excuses. It was a mistake on my behalf. It's not a mistake I'll ever make again. But just listening to what was going on today and what was being asked and the questions, what I mean. And like, my video is a big part of this case for everybody involved. What I mean. And hearing it was being played in slow mo and everything, fucking nightmare. What I mean. So bit of a red face. And like I say, everybody knows. I'm apologizing about it. It was a mistake, and I'm throwing my hands up to it. But it gives a laugh, something to shout about. Like they say, everybody gets arrested, but Freedom Dad. Yeah, I was actually joking today. Fucking just arrest me. What the fuck? It was me. Fucking had it in my hand, showing it to the camera. Anyway, what I mean? People are getting arrested just for lifting boxes out of a car. So yeah, but obviously that's their game. What I mean? They want as much doubt and hate put on me as possible. So like, I suppose it suits me a wee bit because everybody knows the score, and I don't want to get arrested. What I mean? I don't want to get arrested, like, but it is a fucking pain in the arse. What I mean? But yeah, we learn as we go forward. Like I say, guys, I'm no perfect. I'm not. I'm not a professional. I am learning as I go, and yeah, doing videos and the videos I've been doing and the demos and all that. It is a bit different over here. So yeah, it's just adjusting to the different environment, and I think I'm doing all right. Certainly wasn't intentional. Yes, Rupert Stanley, it wasn't intentional. 100% wasn't intentional, but it's still something that's on my shoulders. You know what I mean? And what? It isn't nice to be the one that fucking got everybody. It's gotten everybody arrested, but that's the patriot world. Yeah, it's my fault. The police right on is, it's at the end of the day, it's something and it's nothing. But we'll see what happens as we go forward. You're doing a good job. Cheers, mate. All good. Thank you, buddy. Give me a wee shout when I come off, just to get. But yeah, like I say, it's no easy, guys. Big time, Dave. Good to see you, mate. It's no easy. You can imagine, like, I mean, I put a big statement out today on Facebook, just addressing patriots and the community about how challenging it is and how difficult it is for us all, and just explaining that we do get a lot of support from the community, and we are really grateful and humbled at the support we do get from our communities. And just to ask for more help, as in support, not money. Wasn't asking for money, but just support, and to get more people at the demos, because that's how you support us. It's difficult for these guys and people, because I understand people's got their own lives to do, and getting to some of these demos is a hard one. We're all learning, yes, 100%. Everybody's learning, and yeah, that's the main thing. We are learning. We're taking it all on board, and we're being open and honest with everybody, and yeah. So, like I say, there's no problems. No problem yet. No problem. It's good to be running smoothly right now, to have no problems at all in the paper world, no around. Everybody's getting on, and everybody's communicating, and mistakes happen. Doing an amazing job. Thank you, mate. Thanks, Chris. Spread the news. All them Popeye fried chicken places are halal. Check it out. What are you? Yes, mate. I put a video up. I think it's got, I don't know how many thousand views it's got, but yeah, I'm on that, Mick. It's on Facebook, so it is. If you go to freedom.fd, you will see videos that you won't see on YouTube. We all make mistakes. Freedom. We learn from the mistakes. Yeah, 100%, mate. Thanks, Ragnar. Hit the like button, guys. Help support the channel if you can. Cheers, James. Put her down, loyal lads are with you. I know that, mate. Thank you so much, mate. I do get loads of messages, and like I am non-stop, with a lot of things that are personal and private to me. The people who reach out, um, that give me support, and I'm overwhelmed. The last week I have been really overwhelmed with support. It's always good to hear from people that you really want to hear from, that mean a lot to you. And yeah, like I say, yeah, I'm a very lucky man. So I am. Most embarrassing interview I've ever done. Your video wasn't only cringe, but I can assure you, you need to tell me one. You need to tell me. So yeah, as you can see, it was Rupert Stanley there. He was interviewed today. One of the guys interviewed today. I see Popeyes in Belfast is all halal chicken. 100%, mate. We've got Popeyes has gone halal. And yeah, our schools are going to follow, and all the rest of it. And where are the animal rights protesters? This is what you got to ask yourself. They're awful quiet, aren't they? They're awful quiet. They run about going mental at slaughterhouses when they were using a stun gun. Boom, the animal's stunned. The rest. It's gone. Doesn't feel a thing. It's gone. Doesn't even know what's happened. Halal meat's a bit different. They know what's happening. They suffer. They go through a horrific time to be slaughtered for to put meat on our tables, and it's not acceptable in this country. And I am absolutely disgusted with the animal rights campaigners, that they are too squirts, just like the government and just like everybody else, too afraid to upset Islam. You know what I mean? Terrified. So they are. If they want to cater to the minority at these chicken places, they will get minority trade. Exactly. And this is the whole thing about getting the word out. And as we grow, as the community become patriots, and has the community understand that we're not far right and racist, that's when we will have an effect. It's when more people get on board, when all the groups, all the different groups, East Belfast First Division, Stevie Baker's platform, the Newton Abbey Concerned Parents, the Bangor Squad, the Glen Gormley, the Londonderry, Portadown, Shankill, South Belfast, Sandy Row, Village, when all these people start coming out and going, you know what, these guys have got a point. These guys are bang on it. We should have been listening to these guys a long time ago. They're all going to come out at once, and that's when you're going to see a difference. That's when these places are going to understand that they've made a big mistake in Northern Ireland. That's when our government are going to realise, shit, they know, because, at the end of the day, I know we talk about this, and we have guys that are in meetings with councillors and politicians right now, and they're coming back and they're saying they haven't got a clue. And I'm like, what? And it goes, they really do not have a clue. And I'm like, how do they not get a clue? They're fucking paid to know. They're meant to know all this. And they're like, seriously, and I'm like, what? So soon they're going to have a clue, because the people are awakening up. Every single video we put out, every single platform that arises, every time there's a TikTok done, a YouTube done, a Facebook post done, a video anywhere, more and more people are awakening. And that's what it's all about. And was in an Animal Activist Live, and a lot of us were saying about halal, but they kept avoiding the question. Of course they will, Ragnar. Shame on them. Shame on them. We will address that, and hell mend them if we ever see them in our towns or cities. They'll be getting run straight out, because they've got no claim for anything like that. They cannot call themselves animal right activists when they're picking and choosing on what they're going to fight for. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, guys, there's like I am so confident, and it's difficult because people are. It's been really hard and really difficult, and the papers are against this. The police are constantly arresting everybody. Um, you know, everybody's got different ways they want to go, and think people have been clashing, but like all that's getting ironed out, and then it's feeling as if people don't support you, the demos, and getting minimum numbers out, and but I'm starting to see big changes online. I'm starting to see big, massive changes online, and it's not just on my videos; it's other people's videos, and there's something's happened, and I do believe it's like I say with immigration, right? Immigration is like a bet. Now, I don't know if these are betting men or girls, but an accumulator is when you put a pound on, you have like 7 bets, and you put the pound on the first one, it goes to £2. So that's £3 on the next one at even money, that's £6. And then £6 is £12. £12 is £24. £24 is £48 and onwards. And when it gets up to 7, 8 bets, it's into the hundreds. Then it's into the thousands, really quick. So it takes a long time, gradual time to actually build up to get the first 4 or 5 bets up. But once it goes past 6, 7, if you got 10, 11 bets on, it flies. It's phenomenal, right? And that's when I say that's what it's going to be like for the birth rates for immigration for foreigners and Islam. That's how it's going to be. It's going to be gradual through our time. And everybody says it's no big deal. But when we're gone and our children and grandchildren, that's when it's going to be phenomenal. The numbers are going to be fucking out of this world. And it's going to be like a tsunami. Nobody's going to know what hit them. Our children and our grandchildren won't know what hit them. I'm also going to use allergy or whatever the word is, has allergy. That's not the right word for starters, but you know what I mean. I'm going to use that as well as the Patriot movement and the awareness in Northern Ireland. It's gradual, it's slow. Everybody's pushing, plodding away, doing their bits, TikToks. Everybody's doing their street walks. Everybody's doing their demos. Everybody's trying and getting the word out. People are getting arrested, and the papers are doing us a wee bit of good because they're bringing awareness. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing. It's slowly we're getting bigger views. There's more people coming on their platforms. The platforms are rising. But I believe, as we're going to get this stage where something's going to go bang. We're going to have not just one person in the family, we're going to have 3 people in a family. And once you get 3 people in a family, you've got the family, and that's the kind of thing that I believe is going to happen in Northern Ireland. And it's going to be a tsunami of patriots awakening and going, no, we do not want that here. We do not want what's going on in Ireland here, and we do not want what's going on in England, Wales, and Scotland here. And that's what I believe is going to happen. So, I am confident, and I'm not just saying this to try and make you all feel good or feel happy. This is what I truly believe that's coming, and it's only due to the work that the guys are doing right now. The guys like Glenn Kane as well, who's going through this trial. He's one of the forefathers, and I'm going to say it, Glenn Kane, Mr. X, he's one of the forefathers, and people don't get him. Some people don't like him, whatever, because of history and loyalist prisoner stuff, just like me. And yes, it is a hard one to sell to the other community. We get that, but nobody can take it away from him. He is one of the forefathers who's been there for many, many years, well before the time the rise and all that and the city demonstrations. He's been doing this for maybe 8, 10 years. Not know till I speak to him, get him on the platform, get a good interview with him. He's a hard man. The interview, as you know, we get a laugh. Lead the way. How you doing? He's the main man on the Shangle. Yeah, he was always ahead of his time. He was well ahead of his time, and I love the guy to bits. I love him so much because of that, because he's took so much flack, you know what I mean? And he's so misunderstood. But I've got so much time, love, and respect for any man who has stood strong and firm and loyal to a cause that he believed was as we can see, bang on, So, yeah, like I say, his case is up in the 15th, 17th February. I can't remember. You'll know when it's coming. Don't worry about that. And I'll be covering it, so I will. But like I say, take it from me, take it from Freedom Dad. He's a good lad. We've all done bad things. Doesn't mean we're bad people. We were brought up in the height of the troubles. The wee man's from the Shankill. He's from one of the roughest areas, you know what I mean? And, it makes them on. You get brought up in the troubles, our age like that, and peer pressure, older guys, you're just brought into it. And like, I'm not making excuses, but at the end of the day, that's life in Northern Ireland. That's life in Belfast. We were in a conflict. We had bombs. Our friends were getting shot. People we looked at were being murdered. We were seeing their bodies in cars. Horrific stuff we've all went through and we've all seen, especially young Glenn Kane. I say young Glenn Kane, he's a bit younger than me. But yeah, so I'm going to leave that there. Top Cat, it's only God who changes anything. Be humble and follow him first, folks. Yeah, 100%. 100%. You're right. You're right. But I have to ask you, where's the church? Where is the church? You know, I've been involved with the church all my life, the BB, the Sunday school, and read the Bible back to front, don't know many times. And, I'm disappointed in the church and how they're feeling is and how we're right there on our own right now. And we will be addressing it. We have got guys in the background working really hard. And anybody that's listening to this who is involved with your churches, you know what we churches I'm talking about, Taddy down in Bangor, and the ones in East Belfast. We are going to be reaching out to you. We need your help. We need to bring all these wee churches together, and we need to hear the voice of Christianity from. If we're not going to hear it from our main churches, then we need to get rid of them. We need to get rid of the leadership of our churches in Northern Ireland and replace them with the men who know what to do. Because we've got Christian men there leading smaller churches who should be at the top of the table. We need to clear that table and replace them. And we will do that as patriots. We will embarrass them. We will interview them. We don't care who they are. If you're lying silent and opening your doors and saying diversity is good in the face of Islam and what they're doing in England and Ireland, then you're as traitors as the government. And you're sold your soul, and you're not a Christian man, because if you're a Christian man, you would protect our religion, whether you're Protestant or Catholic. So there's no stone going to be unturned, and you are put on notice. Please believe me, the head of the church is put on notice, and we are coming for you. 110% we're coming for you, like, because you should be speaking up, but you shouldn't be down the Freedom Dad and the guys from the East and Bangor and Newton Abbey and all the rest of it. It's in Londonderry and Portadown. It should be, the church should be out there foremost, protecting the churches, doing videos about churches being turned into mosques, calling out that Muslim is jumping about singing laddie laddie da. This used to be a church, but not anymore. Yeah, disgraceful that they're all sitting there silent. You know what I mean? There's stories in the Bible, and I'm going to be. We talk a lot about stuff, and I know my lane, and we've got a guy. Different guys are specialists in different things, and I've got a guy. I'm not going to name him here because I don't want to put him under any pressure, but I am going to get him on the channel, and he's going to tell you some stories from the Bible that relate to exactly what we're going through today. And trust me, I think anybody here that's Christians that read the Bible and know what I'm talking about, So it's always, we should pray the Lord's Prayer together and Mace loud and proud. Yes, and that McCartney. Yeah, well, that's Richard Inman's channel. Like I say, I got my lane. I am a Christian, and I am. I feel myself as a crusader. You know what I mean? I feel myself as doing God's work, but not everybody agrees with me. So I'm not going to play games and that. But Richard Inman is, like, for as far as I'm concerned, he's the man that's leading the way with the Christian and the prayers and the godly stuff, and he's your man. We're here to fight. We're here to bring the war or whatever they think they're bringing to us right back to them, and we're going to be standing firm. And just like Christians in the past who had to stand and fight, we're not going to be hiding under rocks. We're not going to be hiding in caves. We are coming out. So that's the fighting talk from Freedom Dad. You know what I mean? And I'm a proud Christian, and people disagree with me because of my background and stuff like that. But I know my relationship with God. I'm a Methodist, and I was brought up to be a Methodist. And at the end of the day, I'm going to say this once more: very good men have done bad things. It doesn't mean they're bad men. Simple as that. So, yeah, guys, it is like, I am not concerned at all. I am so confident, so happy. Um, uh, this is probably the happiest I've been. This has probably been the most confident I've been, because the journey's been so difficult up to now, because we've all just came together, and there has been problems. As you know, I've had a lot of problems from a lot of different directions. I've had to throw fists. I've had to take a lot of flack, a lot of lies, and a lot of bullshit. A lot of people trying to stop me, trying to bring me down. And it's been really difficult to persevere. It's been really difficult not to say, you know what, it's not worth it. This isn't worth it. I could be doing so many different things, you know what I mean? But it's like a bump in the road, a big bump in the road that I'm over. And because I've went over them bumps, it's not just one, there's been a few. Because I've went over them bumps, it's like it's there's nothing can phase me now. There's nothing else, you know. Obviously, there is obviously going to be more flack and more shit. There's no doubt about it. Um, like I always say, there's people out there working for the government because the government want to stop us doing what we're doing. You know, but you know, at the end of the day, I've had it all. I've had stuff sprayed over walls. I've had newspaper hit after newspaper hit after newspaper hit, and like I say, I've been the demos and been told I'm not welcome. You know, which that's probably the worst. You know, being told that me, Sparky Mark Sinclair from Ulster, isn't welcome in a land, in my land, in any part of my land, and that's a difficult one. But you know, as we go forward, people will recognise who said this to me and who they are, you know, and what right they had to say it, and it's out there. It's been done, and I've just got to sit here knowing it wasn't me that said that to another Ulster man, because I would be shameful. I would be shamed if I was to tell any other man that he wasn't welcome in any other land, especially a loyalist or a Protestant, just like a Republican being told that he wasn't allowed on the falls. You know what I mean? It's just not. It's just shameful. You know what I mean? So, yeah, still a bit bitter about it. So obviously, still a bit angry about it, but it's because I know who I am. You know what I mean? And that's the main thing. That's why I'm able to do this. I know who I am, and it's, you know, if you don't, that's your problem. You know what I mean? You'll soon find out as we go forward, because I'll never change. Hope you are right. You give me the hope you are a good man. Like myself, had very bad upbringing, and now the government bring all this on us. This church always had everything, we had nothing. Yes, mate, I am right. We are with Tang. All right, Freedom Dad, isn't amazing how the media and the establishment have done the same with Jerry and me, Marty, for all them decades. Of course, I bring that up quite a lot. You know what I mean? Um, as well, I'm just going to touch on. There's been a billboard going about Northern Ireland, Belfast specifically. It's been called the Fenian Hotline. You know, report a Fenian or something like that, which is very detrimental. But to the Catholics, it's not. Fenian means a brave Irish warrior in translation from Irish to English, okay? So it has been a slur word used by Protestants in the past, but any Protestant worth his salt understands what the word really means. And it's sort of a wee bit ironic because they don't see it as a slur word because they know the real translation. So there's been a billboard put up, been driving about the town, and everybody's been thinking that it's been from the Protestant side. It hasn't. This has been done by the Republican movement, i.e., I think, as far as I'm hearing, NECAP has been involved in this. And I can tell you this for sure because the first photograph taken of it was on the Falls Road with Jerry Kelly standing next to it. And it was next to the Bobby Sands mural on the Falls Road. Okay, so that was enough for me. And then they've took it all around the Belfast city centre. And when you phone the number, it basically ironically says, thank you for your service to Queen or King and Country, you know? So, yeah, to me, like I said on my Facebook post today, it's a bit of empathy. They're trying to get a bit of empathy. They want people to feel sorry for them, you know? And because their community they feel their community, their community has lost faith in them. And Sinn Féin have now got the labels of Shame Féin and Sharia Féin. And everybody, it's the talk of online. Southern Ireland, West Belfast, Londonderry, the Bogside, it's the same. People are messaging and talking online, bad mouthing Sinn Féin, and hi, they're saying Brits out but foreigners in. People aren't happy with what they're saying. Sinn Féin are going to realise that when it comes to the ballot box, and this is their way of trying to get empathy from the community, for the community to say, oh, pure Sinn Féin or us pure Catholics, them bad prods. It's nothing to do with us. This is Sinn Féin doing this to themselves to make the prods look bad, just like they're doing with the Irish Sign Languages to create division. Nobody wants the Irish Sign Language apart from a small minority of bigoted people. Okay, nobody cares. You know, we all speak English. You know, the percentage that actually speak Irish is ridiculous. to actually put street signs like that up everywhere, and also taking that Union flag down and putting the Palestinian flag down is all controversial to create division so we don't come together. Because Sinn Féin are terrified that they're losing their voters to the unionist vote because we are speaking the same language as them for the first time in a long time. We do not want to be replaced. We want to keep our murals. We want you to keep the Bobby Sands mural. We want to keep the 12th of July. We want you to keep the 9th or the 18th of August. It's nothing. We're not here going, all the rest of it. And then we've got all the carry on with oh fuck's sake, I forgot the name yet. Somebody Kendall put the name up with the Good Friday thing. It brought out the protect minorities. Kendall, if you can throw it up so we can just talk about that, just to let people understand what's going on with that as well. I should know it, I mean, it's just obviously I've got a lot in my head, guys. Voting don't mean shit. Voting does mean, please don't say that. Please, please, please. The most important tool and weapon we have is voting because we've never used it before. I'm going to be addressing that when the time comes. I'm going to go so hard on this, I mean, and I never thought I'd see the day that I'd be wanting the call-in process, right? I thought I'd see the day when I'd be sitting here telling people to vote. But I'm begging people, please, 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 this is the only chance we have, you know what I mean? But we will address that when the time comes. So the call-in was set up in the Good Friday Agreement by Sinn Féin to protect the minority vote. So in case, like lotties know this, so in case of the Unionists were the majority and Sinn Féin Republicans were the minority, then the call-in was to protect them. So now it's flipped, okay? I'll be honest. We all know it's flipped. So we've used the call-in, but because we're using it, they've brushed it aside on 2 occasions, So this is the strength and the honour of a political party of Sinn Féin, So this is all going to be coming out very soon in more detail. And there's going to be brighter and better men than me that are going to be talking about it. And I will be interviewing some of these people. I am in contact with some of them. And, there is going to be an awareness brought of exactly what's going on in Northern Ireland with Sinn Féin and the damage that they're doing to our communities and how hard they're pushing us apart, trying to push us apart. And it's left down to us. It's left down to the patriots on both sides of the community, Catholics and Protestants, to do work even harder to say, whoa, it's not us. We don't want any trouble. We're not here to fight this. We've been at ceasefire for 20 odd years, for fuck's sake, man. Why would all of a sudden we start us all up again? It's them, because they know we are coming together. We'll be unstoppable. We come together and bring our votes together. We're unstoppable. We're going to get whatever we want in life. We're going to get whatever we want. We will vote who we want then, and the people who are damaging our country won't get a say. They won't get a look in, and that's what the problem is. They've been so used to pandering to the British government. I'm talking about Sinn Féin, Jerry Kelly, Gerry Adams, Mark McGuinness, right back, Michelle O'Neill. They're so used to pandering and being bought and being told and being paid and all the rest of it by the British government while pretending to be Republicans and fighting for a free Ireland while taking backhanders the whole time. As we know of the meetings and the deals were done in the 80s with the IRA and with in Parliament and with the government. So we've got evidence that this has been going on for a very long time. So why would you think it's not still going on when you've got the hardcore Gerry Adams, Mark McGuinness back when the Troubles, before the ceasefires, were meeting with the government and bend to their commands and demands? That's what they were doing, because when you're at war, you don't stop until you get what you want. You know what I mean? And that's where I see, that's what the community see. I think everybody's on the same page now. So basically what we've got now, guys, is the freedom fighters are no longer the freedom fighters. They're bought and paid for, and they've sold their souls, just like Davos, just like the EU, the WEF, and all the rest of it. That's what's going on in England and the destruction. Because it's not the foreigners' fault, it's not the Muslims' fault. They're being brought in for a reason. Same as Ireland. But we're not bothered about that. We're not fucking pointing fingers here now. We know what the problem is. The problem is that, and we want it moved. We want it stopped. We don't care whose fault it is or who's behind it. We know all that. All we're saying is, we know you're behind it, but that's the problem. You've created the problem. Yes, next one. We understand that. We'll get rid of you when we can, but we're getting rid of the problem first. You know what I mean? That's where we're at. And Sinn Féin are part of creating the problem. So they need to be dealt with, just like the SNP, just like the Labour Party, just like the Tories, and just like Fine Gael, whatever that we can call them, Southern Ireland. I know I'm not fucking that clued up with everything down there, but I will learn as I go. But yeah, we're totally aware everybody's weak. But what I'm trying to say is it's down to us. The politicians have failed us. The politicians want to keep bickering, want to keep fighting, want to keep putting division in. They don't want to bring anybody together because together we can decide who runs this country, and they're terrified of that. The unionists are happy controlling the prods. Sinn Féin are happy controlling the Catholics. And while we're divided, they can split up SDLP, the Alliance, Sinn Féin, UUP, DUP, PUP, fucking TUV, all split up, and everybody gets a slice of the pie. And the only people that suffer are the citizens of Northern Ireland. And everybody's aware of that now. And that's where we're at. That's where we're at, guys. It's so simple, and that's what we're doing. We're bringing awareness. Vets are communicating. Halal slaughterhouses are crying out for an audit. Yeah, well, that's something CJ can look into, unless you're scared to offend Islam, CJ. I'm only joking, mate. You're in that town, fucking taking the piss out of them every time. Well, the Palestinians, anyway. Do you want to reword it? Sometimes it will show. Yeah, the public sucks. There's a nice campaign slogan for somebody. The public suck. Yes, Freedom Dad, that's right. Thank you, Top Cat. We need to create something that represents us all 110%. And, it's difficult because they don't want that. They want to keep on dividing us and taking a wee slice of the pie. You know what I mean? And, I implore the unionist parties, get rid of the dead wood. You know what to do. You know what we need to do. You need to stand up because we will vote for you. If you stand up and speak for the people of Northern Ireland, no matter what community you are, you will be voted. We will vote for you. We're at that stage where it's a populist vote. You know what I mean? There's gone are the days of the old school politicians. If you are going to be man enough to stand up and back up the patriots and the people who are speaking the truth about what's going on in the replacement of Ireland and the replacement of England, then the people of Northern Ireland will back you and support you, And, at the end of the day, that's what it's down to. It's about two men and women growing a set, and maybe somebody stepping out from the establishment and saying, you know what, I am the community man. I represent my people, and this is what we're going to do. And, maybe it's taking somebody from here, somebody from there, new party. I don't know, you know what I mean? But something drastic needs to happen, and it needs to happen pretty quick, And like I say about the Advance UK, a lot of people like Advance UK, split the vote and all the rest of it. Listen, guys, I'm supporting Advance UK because it's the only chance England has. Advance UK have not got any members in Northern Ireland. There's nobody to vote for in Northern Ireland. When that time comes, then we will reassess the situation. But I will never, ever put my country in jeopardy, or my politicians, or my political parties who I believe could do all right, depending which ones go where and what happens. I will never do that. There's no way I'm going to jeopardize my country. I will do what I can to promote Advance UK. And if they come in alliance with one of our political parties, then it's win-win for us all. Until that happens, there's no way I'm going to split any votes or encourage anybody to split any votes. I'm going to be open and honest. This is our country. I love England. I love Scotland. I love Wales. But I'm not going to jeopardize my country and trying to, if you've got UKIP, you've got Homeland, you've got ADF, you've got Britain First, you've got Reform, you've got Advance UK. Come on, guys. Really? Fuck me, man. So until all that gets sorted out, that's a gamble I'm not prepared to take. And I do support Advance UK 110%. That's all I'm saying. But please believe me, there is no people standing for Advance UK in Northern Ireland at this minute. Okay. And if it ever comes to that, then I will reassess the situation. I will talk to as many people as I can. We will all talk together, and we will come up with the best solution for our country, while trying to help the mainland. We're not ever going to forget the mainland, and we will try and help Ireland. We will, because it's like Kendall was saying today, people are going on about this and that and the other, but it doesn't really matter if Ireland's fucked and England's fucked. We're fucked. You understand? It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't matter what we do. If Ireland falls, England, Scotland, and Wales falls, what are we going to do? We got open borders there, and we got open borders there. You really think us patriots are going to stop what's coming? Come on, guys. Kento's bang on with that one. And it just took that fucking one them to actually say that you realize, it's not until somebody tells you something. Sometimes you know things, you just know it, but it's not until somebody actually tells you it when you go, fuck, that's when the penny drops. So yeah, guys, it is what it is. It is scary, you know what I mean? But I think because it's so scary and because it's so in our face and because we got the receipts and because we know exactly what's coming and what's happening, I think that's what's in our favor. This isn't 15 years ago or 20 years ago in England. This isn't when Tommy started the EDL. This is 2026. We've had 15, 20, 25 years of experience of what's going on in England. We see the results of Birmingham, Rotherham, Rochdale, Luton, Leicester, London, and onwards, Glasgow. We see what's going on in Dublin. We see the videos, the audits, and the buses. You've seen the video of the army barracks and the mini buses, and these men, like, they don't even look nice. There's nothing nice about these men. They look nasty. They look hard. They look like military and hiding their faces. And this is what I'm saying to you is, if you're coming to a country for refuge, you're not going to hide your face. You're going to be, hi, yeah, what's happening? What are you hiding? You're a refuge. So what? What's the big deal? What is that to be ashamed of? You're running from a war-torn country. Remember that because we invaded it or because we done something. So why would you hide your face? You're going to go, hi, yeah, I'm from Sudan, or I'm from Iraq, or I'm from Palestine, or I'm from fucking Pakistan. Thank you so much for taking me, and I'm looking for work. Anybody out there can give me work. I'm not here to cause problems. That's what a fucking normal guy would do, right? You're not going to be hiding your face. If you're hiding your face, you're hiding from something, or you're hiding something, and that's what concerns me. All these guys are hiding their faces. Why? Why are they hiding their faces? Because they're all ball deep in fucking terrorism in other countries, fighting Afghani wars, Pakistani wars. They're all weapons trained. There's videos out there of them, and they know somebody's going to recognize them. There's going to be a video of them in Palestine and Gaza or Sudan or some war-torn genocidal fucking nightmarish place where they've been part of the genocide or part of the terrorism, and that's why they're hiding their faces, because they know somebody's going to recognize them, and that's fact. There's no other reason. If somebody else has got another reason why these guys are hiding their faces when they're coming to our country, getting hotels, getting lifted and laid, clothes, mobile phones, dentists, doctors, why would you hide your face? You would be grateful. You know what I mean? You would be grateful. You're a foreigner. You're in a Christian country. What? What's the point in hiding your face? It's not. It doesn't make any sense at all. So yeah, guys. Sorry for not reading your comments. I'm just wanting to get everything off my chest and trying to just let you know how I'm feeling, what I've seen, and give you a bit of insight into the Patriots and what I'm talking to all the boys and the guys. Everybody's working so hard. Everybody's working so hard, and it's absolutely amazing. And I promise you, I've spoke to everybody that's involved in the movements. Been in contact with everybody. It's speaking to everybody else, and it's nothing but positive. And this is the first time that everybody seems to be confident in what they're doing, and everybody is going forward quite positively and quite confidently, and it's amazing. And I just need to say that it's amazing for me, has Freedom Dad, who's been plodding away and doing the videos and taking all the flack and all the rest of it, to actually just relax and know that even if anything happens to me, there's plenty of guys out that's going to take over and lead the charge, and that's the most relieving and relaxing thing. I haven't been able to haven't felt like this for a long time. Sometimes I felt as if I've been flogging a dead horse, banging my head off against the wall, maybe getting things wrong, not getting the support, and nobody else like really working as hard. Now everybody's working as hard. Everybody is working more than me, and that's really important that you all know that. So yeah, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. That's bang on and just over an hour. Dentist, engineers, scammers. We're blessed to have such an elite society. Yeah, mate. Yeah, Londonderry was in the library yesterday in West Africans and Afghanis. Throw some comments up on Afghanis printing out all sorts of paperwork. I'll be freezing by now, so well. I need another wee coffee. I'm going to wrap it up, guys. CJ, thanks for it was good to see you today. Patriotic Media, good to see you again. It's good to see you today. That's what I mean. We're all there, and the ones that we're not seeing, we're talking. You know what I mean? And so yeah, say good night, guys. We are. You know what I mean? Like I say, we got the demo tomorrow. Saturday, I'm not going to be going live tomorrow. I'm going to have a wee relaxing. I'm going to have a drink tomorrow with a really good friend and Patriot, and more. It's more networking. You know what I mean? Relaxing and talking about going what direction and what we're doing and all that. So I'm looking forward to that. And Sunday is so Saturday, Sunday. It's me and CJ. You're going to get me and CJ live, so look forward to that. It should be a laugh. So yeah, Marie. Good night, 40 pants. Thank you. It's cool to something's going on. With Tan, good to see you. Good night, all. Ragnar, thank you for coming in. Lundari, thank you so much. I love you guys all so much. You've been so loyal. Leslie Handy, James Cahill, Monday back to the mill. Yes, Monday back to the mill. I wasn't too sure if we were announcing that, but yeah, we got a big one for you Monday, guys. You remember Sinn Féin running and hiding from Freedom Dad? We're back there on Monday. John Cook, Space Cadet, Top Cat, good night. 404 Galloway Raider. Sorry, mate. Didn't call me tonight. Freedom Dad got a good night's sleep. Don't call me tonight. You're a gag. Margaret Watson, great live. Thank you. Stuart Finney, night all usual crew tomorrow. Yes, definitely, mate. I hope we see you when our two tribes come together. So, yeah, well, Stuart, if you want to do a live, I'm maybe not go live tomorrow. We'll see who turns up. You know what I mean? If there's a couple of other ones. Dave, good night. John Capone, good night. Dyson Dory, good night. Some of you loyal friends. I've been here a long time. 40 pounds. Thank you, Freedom Dad, mate, for trusting me enough to make me a mod. I will not let you down, brother. Good night. Thank you so much, mate. That's all I need to hear. You know what I mean? Yeah, it has been difficult. John Capone, Anne Marie saying good night. James, hit the like button. Send me a message, James, on WhatsApp, mate, and let me know if you've got any information or any TikToks or anybody that can reach out to me so I can get them connected with our walking group so we can get them on lives. And it's just something that's I think is a good idea. And so the other everybody, you know, is something that we've all come up with. Noel, in a bit. Cheers, bro. Thomas McGrath, good night and God bless. CJ, ought to stay safe, everyone. Smash that like button, please. I don't see the point in hitting this like button. It's over. But yeah, you've probably got a point. But yeah, good wee laugh, good chat tonight with CJ, you know what I mean? So yeah, looking forward to the live. I'm sure you'll be looking for a live, a wee heart to heart talking to CJ. Yeah, just talking about his channel and what he does and how long he's been doing it and stuff like that, you know, and you know, he's one of our oldest auditors. There's no two ways about it. He's one of our oldest content creators. He's one of our oldest citizen journalists. He was there at the start before anybody else. I don't think there's many people, if any, that done it before CJ. So I think we need to give him a wee bit of respect. And Freedom Dad needs to get him on his platform. And yeah, it should be fun, guys. So don't miss it. That'll be Sunday night. Good night, Freedom Dad and CJ in chat. John Rafferty, thank you so much, mate. Yeah, so I'm going to wrap it up, guys. We'll say good night. 111, and thank you so much. 96 thumbs up. Amazing. That's a lot for 111. But as always, guys, as you know, it's the same old thing, and it'll never change. God bless.